It's my custom-made Punisher series action figures. Yes, I really had fun customizing these guys. It was just an absolute blast. I'm going to go through all of them with you so you could check them out. Most recently, I did this one over here, which I absolutely think turned out so well. I just, I took the Iron Man Punisher figure and I redid the eyes of the skull, repainting it to make it look a little more vicious. And I did his face. I repainted that entire mask, as you can see over there, because it was lacking the skull face on the Iron Man mask. They just gave him a regular War Machine mask. And this is like my meditation, honestly. I really enjoy this. It's peaceful, it's quiet, and it's a lot of fun. For those of you just tuning in, please subscribe and follow. This is comic book artist, writer, and director Greg Weich from BeyondComics.tv. And over here you can see I mixed and matched some things as well. Kind of recustomized a combo of this Mezco 1/12 scale version. So let's just go through them real quickly just to tell you a little bit about what I did here, if you guys want to try it out as well. Including this here, I painted that bandana and some of the beard. The bandana was normally gray. I have one that's white, but I just thought painting a little bit of white highlights on the gray gave it a little bit more of a gritty tone. This is that extra exclusive edition with the extra armor that you see over there, which is really cool. I threw him in because I know there was like a kind of Punisher Venom type, character, so I thought this would look kind of cool. And I just kind of dry brushed some silver to bring out the highlights on some of the detail. So I'll just go through each one of these with you guys and then tell you what I did one at a time. Okay? That was really fun too, just to brush that dry brush detail. Really allows you to get some really cool gritty work done on the character, and it's very quick too, which I love. Okay, so I went through these two. Let's go through this one here. So this figure is actually that figure, and that it comes just like this. That figure comes like that, which I just think is an outstanding paint job on that face. That came that way. I painted the weapons, making them kind of this from this boring plastic grayish green to, like, as you can see, some kind of a gritty gray and black charcoal paint to make it look a little more realistic. So I think that kind of enhanced it. And then I went over the shoes with a little bit of dry brush to give a nice kind of feel of like dirt and bring out the highlights of the details, because all the details are there, you just can't see them when they're solid black. So I did that. Also on the vest over here as well, throughout the whole figure. The other one that I did over here was, again, this figure's like this figure here is the Punisher from Netflix. So I popped off the head and I put on the Mezco mask, which is a replica of it, and I added a little bit of like dry brush charcoal over the white to give it a little bit more of a gritty feel, because it was like way too bright white. It was like this white. So this gives it a little bit more of a realistic feel. Painted the gun, highlights with silver again on the boots and pants and jacket. Got another one of those figures, popped off the head of the Netflix guy, and I put on the Mezco screaming head, which I think is one of the best screaming head sculpts I have seen in a long time. It looks great. Did the same customization of the paint on the gun and the jacket and everything with the highlights, and then took that Mezco head and then I personally painted it over here, popping it on the other body I had showed you previously. So I hand painted that head, and it was very quick too. Like it's a rough job. It's not like perfect, but it's good enough for the appearance, especially as a 6-inch figure. So you're seeing it here super mega zoomed in on the screen. Oh, a little bit of an earthquake there, and that's why it's like that. But normally it's a really, like, it almost looks just perfect from a normal size distance when you're holding it in your hand, because it's a 6-inch figure, right? But look at the detail over here of that incredible sculpt, and then I just painted that skull face mask over it. I also made sure to paint some, you know, stubble under the neck to help it like blend together better. And again, that figure there, okay, is that figure. All right, so again, that figure is the body, same body. And again, I painted all the silver dry brush highlights, chrome on the tips of the boots, the laces, the belts, the bombs, everything, the vest, you name it. And then again, moving over here, you could see that I took this combination of the Mezco 1/12 scale Punisher, and then I got the vest from the Netflix series. And then I also took like some liberties and put these, you know, extra guns here, and got this custom stitched jacket. And a pretty good price too. Like I got this stuff on eBay, so like I pretty much got the figure for around $55. Normally they retail for like over $100. And then I painted that face by hand. So that face is the Mezco non-screaming version of that face that I hand painted, which is exactly the same way that I painted this one here. So I like the two different color eyes. Cool, it's kind of cool. But as you see here, I painted the skull on the face, making it look kind of like, you know, it's sweating a little bit off of his face. And I just started with him first, you know, and I was thinking about doing a 12-inch also, which might be kind of fun, 1/6 scale. And then again with the Iron Man, as I had mentioned earlier, I painted like above the eyebrows to thin out the eyes and make them look a little bit less cartoony, because they were a little bit cartoony looking. And then I painted the face here, and I used a Sharpie for the details on the face. I also took some of his parts that they don't really say what the hell to do with, which was like super weird, and I glued them and kind of made my own cannon. So if you guys are wondering what the hell that is, well, that's accessories that came with the figure, and then I just glued them and made this kind of extra cannon out of those accessories. And this actually does belong on this side, even though the picture on the box has it on the other side. It does belong here. As you see also in the Hot Toys version, it goes there as well. Got these extra pistols that I popped in from one of these figures, came with it. And I just also dry brushed this too with a little bit of chrome silver to make him like stand out a little bit more. So if you go really close here, you can kind of see a nice stipple pattern that I added to what they already had, which really kind of fleshes it out and makes it look a little sharper. And I painted this by kind of mixing a whitish gray tone paint. Actually, you know what? No, I didn't. I'm sorry. With this area, I used whiteout, like a whiteout pen above the eyebrows, and then I stippled a dry brush black stipple over it to blend it. So that's one of the things. I also lessened this hole here in the tooth, which was a little bit too big. And then when you look at everything together, I'll try to put this here for you guys. You can kind of see how it looks like this. Wham. There you go. Kind of do some cool little rotation camera moves over here. And I don't know, I just got this kick, you know, just like this little inspiration to like start painting Punisher faces and mixing and matching the outfits, and I really had fun. It was a really nice, peaceful get away from your stress for, you know, 30 minutes type of thing. I spent about, you know, not more than like 30 minutes on each figure, I would say. You know, a maximum of about 30 minutes per figure, roughly. So it's nice, you know, it's just a nice kind of peaceful way to get away from all the stress in the world and just kind of take a moment to block everything out and just kind of reset your mind so you can handle the next day's tasks, right? Anyway, guys, this has been comic book artist, writer, and director Graig Weich from BeyondComics.tv. Make sure to follow and subscribe. Check out my comic book at BeyondComics.tv, where you can enter for a chance to win being drawn as a character in my next comic book. So check it out, guys. Thanks for all the love and support. Thank you so much for helping me break over 3.7 million views to my YouTube channel, and also like over 50,000 to my, I think 53,000 up to Instagram, and 49,000 on my Facebook, and I'm building Twitter a little bit as well. So please follow, subscribe, guys, share, and let's all be supportive and hope for the best for everybody in these hard times. All right, take care. God bless.